Hey guys, Danielle Butler with your Wednesday, March 11th WOD, and I want to talk about what you do when you run out of people to talk to, when you feel like you have exhausted your warm market and there's just no one left. And sometimes we have team members that come to us and say that, and it just takes a little bit of shift in perspective, maybe give them a few specific reminders, which I'm about to give you guys to hopefully help trigger that thought process and help you start adding to that list again. I remember when we very first got started in Advocare, they used to tell us you're never going to run out of people to talk to about health and finances. It's the two biggest issues plaguing America today. That's so true, and we should never run out of people to talk to. So if we feel like we're hitting a wall, that means it's time to expand our market. So the very first thing I want to share with you is some specific thoughts I throw out when I'm helping a person create their list, because sometimes this triggers maybe a little bit wider mindset, and you might, as I'm sharing some of these specifics, you might think of somebody that you didn't think of before. You can look back through your phone list, through your friends list on Facebook, think about your neighbors, people you know from church, coworkers that might fall into one of these specific categories. And this is also what you want to help a brand new person when you're helping them make their list. Think about some of these things. So the first one is energy. Who do you know that is a busy mom that's probably exhausted chasing around kids? Who do you know? Teachers definitely can benefit from energy. Nurses. Who do you know that works night shift? Any kind of night shift, or second shift or whatever. Who do you know that maybe drinks a lot of coffee or is constantly talking about being exhausted all the time, or maybe that drinks a lot of energy drinks or diet sodas? Anybody that could be looking for energy. The second category, weight loss, weight management, really. Who do you know that's looking to maybe put on some weight or lean muscle? Over half of all Americans are overweight, so who do you know that's talking about wanting to lose weight or manage their weight? Maybe they've already lost some and they're stuck at a plateau and you'd love to help them break through. So think about that weight management aspect. Maybe somebody who's on the road a lot, travels a lot, and needs some help with weight management as they travel. The third category is for performance. So who do you know that's already into fitness, working out, sports? Maybe they're a runner, cyclist, CrossFit, they lift weights, maybe they, coach sports, anything in that realm at all, of that someone that wants to improve their performance. Or recovery is a huge one. So I even think about my parents. They're in their 60s. Neither one of them work out, but they're extremely active. So recovery is a great option for them, and they use some of the performance line with that. The fourth category is wellness. Y'all, this covers pretty much the whole spectrum, because we have some vitamins for kids all the way up to, our aging grandparents with the core nutrition and some products that help with aging. We have a fantastic skincare line. There's products specifically to help with digestion and joints, help people sleep better, help people with anxiety and stress. Just to core nutrition, basic, vitamins. Who do you know that already takes vitamins or probiotics or things like that we can, maybe they already take a calcium. Every woman should be on a calcium supplement. Everybody in America should be on an omega, because we're just not getting it from our diet. So who can you share those with? Who falls into some of those categories that you can maybe share with? Then the fifth category is time, income, or debt. Now this, I can't think of, I know maybe like 5 people in my whole world who have zero debt. So pretty much everybody I know has debt, whether it's student loan, credit card, mortgage, the good debt. Think about who you know that would love a Plan B income, just for some options, just so they can take a vacation. Maybe they haven't been able to take their kids to Disney World, or maybe they, are looking to put their kids in private school, or pay for college, or save for a wedding. Who do you know that's a newlywed looking to get married, or save up for a down payment to buy a house? Who do you know that would love an extra $500 to pay their car payment, or just help out with their, I know the PARs call it the 4G network of groceries, gas, games, and gifts. So think about who might fall into that income or debt category, and then time. Who do you know that maybe they make a significant income, but they spend a lot of time working and away from their family? Maybe they travel, or they work, 60, 70, 80 hours a week to earn that big income, that you can share this with, and just give them the option of a vehicle, something that might be totally outside of their brainwave that they've never even thought of before. Then the last part of that is your recruit up list. So this is where, if I told you I was going to give you $500,000 to go open a business, who are the first 3 people that you would think of that you'd want to go into business with because they have strong character, integrity, they're hard workers, they have a lot of influence in the community. Influence is a big thing here in driving someone's success. So that recruit up list. So think about that too. And that's like I said, revisit that list for yourself, constantly be adding to that, but then help your brand new person with that as well. And then here's another thought is make new friends. So if you feel like, I've already filled in those categories a million times and I'm stuck and I've talked to everybody and I don't know what to do now, that means it's time to make some new friends. Create a bigger network and bigger circle for yourself. Maybe sign up to start working some booths. Maybe join a new small group. Maybe go, Jonathan, somebody different cuts his hair every single time. Never know what you're going to get. It's kind of fun. So go to someone new to cut your hair. John, I just took Jace yesterday to story time in the library and met some new moms. And so maybe it's that, or joining a MOPS group. Maybe it's taking your kid to the park, or going out for a jog yourself. Maybe it's joining a new class or a new gym, taking a new yoga class. Nothing like Big John doing yoga. Maybe it's going back through your Facebook list to see who you haven't talked to in a while. We just had 2 people join our team that, honestly, Christy's been on my list for a while. She was our realtor a while back. I gave her daughter pitching lessons. And then Nikki was one of my athletic trainers in college. And so they have both recently joined our team as advisors. And we were friends on Facebook, and I just, hadn't thought about them in a while. So maybe revisit that list and look through and say, hey, does this person maybe fit into any of these categories? Think about your neighbors. Get out, strike up a conversation. I remember a long time ago, Rachel Robinson did a WOD about looking up. And she said, she had to just intentionally put her phone down and look up. And so that's so important. Smile at people. Make conversation. Build relationships by asking questions. People are just so desperate to talk about themselves. This last weekend, we went to the Highlands. We made friends in the lobby while we were eating breakfast. Met some engineers. They reminded me of Z, actually. They were celebrating their anniversary, and we got to talk to them about Advocare. So if you just take some time to look up and make conversation, build those relationships, you create opportunities for yourself. And sometimes you have to slow down in order to speed up. And you've got to focus on building those connections and relationships so people trust you enough and care what you have to say about Advocare. So you don't, like yesterday at Storytime, I didn't tell them about Advocare yet. I plan on going back next week. I know they're regulars, and so I'm going to continue to build that relationship and start talking to them. And then here's the last one. This right here, this single line will keep you from ever running out of people to talk to, and it's who do you know? We know that all the fun begins outside of your comfort zone, and that is so true. So say that you've exhausted that list, you're doing all these new things. People aren't saying no. First of all, you want to think about maybe take a little minute to reflect and figure out why people are not saying yes. But the second part of that, get really good at asking who do you know. Maybe it's not for them. That's okay. Not everybody's going to say yes to Advocare. Not right away. Maybe not ever. That's fine. But I guarantee you, if you say, well, do you know anybody that this might be a good fit for that we could help? Is there anybody that I know this has been such a blessing for us? I'd love to pay it forward. Do you have any friends that maybe are looking for any of these things that we help with? And people, if they trust you, if you've taken the time to build that relationship, they'll recommend you. I just had a random Facebook message 2 days ago. A lady that I go to church with, I barely even know her. She sits behind my mom. She recommended this girl to me because she's looking for somebody to help her with Advocare. So brand new retail customer right there. I actually think she's going to do the membership. But there you go. That's how it works. And that's my last thing. I'm sorry this is getting long. I'll wrap it up right here. Make sure people know you do Advocare. You've got to make sure that. You've got to brand yourself. There have been some great WODs on several of these topics. I know Christina did one a couple weeks ago on a similar topic. And Nikki Wright did a WOD a while back on branding yourself. But people have got to know you do Advocare. So what happens a lot of times, I'll have somebody come to me and maybe someone even on our team has talked to them previously about Advocare, but they come back to us because they know we're the Advocare people. And they know that because we have branded ourselves and made it known that we still do it. So maybe, it's every few, and we don't blow up Facebook, but we make sure that people know that we do Advocare. We put, posts here and there. We wear our colors. We talk positively about it. We use products in front of people. We make sure people associate. When they think of Advocare, they're going to think of us. And that's what you want to do for yourself. Create that brand awareness. So that's all I've got for you. If you feel like you have run out of people to talk to, hopefully that generates some ideas and you can share those with your team. But you guys are champions. Let's finish this pay period strong. Biggest pay period ever, especially for those of us who are getting behind the All In Challenge. It's awesome watching the momentum and the breakthroughs. So we just cannot wait to see what happens the rest of this period in the 3-weeker. You guys are champions. God bless you.